What up, y'all? Hey, we back. I know y'all enjoyed that game. You had to enjoy that game. Hey, you had to enjoy that game because everybody said we was gonna lose, right? So hey, let's start this episode off with a song, a little celebratory song. Hey, you take your big belt out and you do the B.T.A. Take your big belt out and you do the B.T.A. You whoop a team and you whoop them all about. That's what it's all about. B.T.A. All right, one more time, everybody. You take your big belt out and you do the B.T.A. Take your big belt out and you do the B.T.A. You find a team like Ravens that really think they great, and then you give them a B.T.A. Woo, 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 woo. Yo, check this out. Lions get down.
Tune in to Alley Lives Podcast for all your sports and entertainment.
And the highest fan, and that put that there on Barry Herman Calvin, man. Go Lions! Get that noise, I want my brand and my name. Biting kneecap, that's what we at. That's my swag, that's my brain. Yeah, I'm back for all that. I got racks, I got bands. Talking gritty, walking it, cause I'm a bad man. Tell them boys, get that noise, I want my brand and my name. Biting kneecap, that's what we at. That's my swag, that's my brain. Yeah, I'm back for all that. I got racks, I got bands. Talking gritty, walking it, cause I'm a bad man.
We was gonna win, didn't I? Didn't I tell you that? Boy, you better start listening to me. Hey, I told y'all we was gonna win this game, bro. Cheers! Y'all gotta start listening to me, man. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these Lions. Hey, let's get this started. We're gonna go over some stats and some things that we have. First, we went in there, everybody and their mama said that we were going to lose. Instead, we whipped that belt out. I even got the M on it. We whipped that belt out. We whipped that belt out. Oh my God, that was so great. But this is a great team. So everybody thought, of course, we was going to take an L just because we took an L 2 years ago when we had Will Harris and Cam Sutton as our cornerbacks. Yikes. That was not good. But anyway, let's get into this game, bro. This was a great game. Lamar Jackson, what is the two-time MVP, came in. He had a great game. He had a good game at home. He had 21, not a great game, but he had 21 for 27 for 288 yards and three touchdowns by Lamar. Derrick Henry, that was a key to our game. Remember I said we had to stop Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is awesome. He is one of the best running backs in the NFL. Derrick Henry had 12 carries for 50 yards and a fumble. Man, actually, a little key note. Derrick Henry has had one fumble in each of the first 3 games of the Ravens. So that is a problem that he has to do, and it came at a real crucial time. Mark Andrews, which is their starts tight end. Well, they start tight end is likely. He was out, but Mark Andrews is a Pro Bowl tight end. He had 6 catches for 6 yards. He had 6 catches for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bateman had 5 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown. Well, let me say something about that. You know I love this team. This is my team. 100%. This is my team. Fix up my line. It's hot. That's why I got my lucky Lions hat on, because that's why we won. But Terrion Arnold, man, every game Terrion Arnold gives up a bunch of yards with a pass interference. And then he gives up the touchdown in the end zone. I mean, almost every game he is a direct result of the other team scoring a touchdown because of his penalties. Almost every game. Something has to change. I like Terrion Arnold. Something on that foot has to change some way, somehow. DeAndre Hopkins had 2 catches for 13 yards. And he had 2 catches for 13 yards. Hill had 4 catches for 35 yards. The defense is not the same Ravens defense. It's not Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs and the team, but they do got some good players. But the defense had no sacks. They did not sack Jared one time. Zero times did they sack Jared Goff. That was gangster. 0 times did they sack Jared Goff. No turnovers. They caused no turnovers in this game. So that's a thing too. They were always on the good side of turnovers and everything. So I think that is awesome. So, hey, that was the wrap up their game. They played a good game in the first half, but in the second half, the belt came out. You feel me? Hey, the belt came out in the second half. 100% the belt came out in the second half, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to start it off with St. Brown. St. Brown had 7 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown. J-Mo had 42 catches for 43 yards. Some key situations where they were throwing it. Laporta had 4 catches for 43 yards, but all 4 catches was first downs. Every catch he caught was a third down. It was and he converted it into a first down to keep the drive alive. Laporta, people don't think he had some key blocks in this game, in the run game. Laporta had a good game, doing some things that other people don't even notice or whatever. Gibbs caught 5 passes for 32 yards, and Demo caught 1 pass for 13 yards. Oh my God, this was a good game. Jared Goff. Jared Goff was 201. He was 28. He was 21 for 28 with 202 yards and a touchdown and no interceptions. And what else I'm gonna drink to that? Jared Goff had 4 runs for 6 yards. Woo! He had 1 run last week for 6 yards. So we had week 3 and Jared Goff got 12 rushing yards. All right, let's talk about that. Let's drink to that. I would take that. 12 rushing yards by Jared Goff. You go, Jared. This was a great game. And also, let's go to the player of the game. Who would be the player of this game? Everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody had a good game. Almost everybody had a good game except for Terrion. Almost everybody had a good game except for Terrion. But and the offensive player of the game would have to go to who? David Montgomery. David Montgomery set the tone. He made some hard runs. He made some great runs, not just the 75-yard runs. Every run he almost made was almost 10 yards. He probably averaged 10 yards. He was balling out. His runs were so key and such a tone setter. He was setting a tone that this is going to be a physical, hard-nosed game. And if you want to tackle, let's do it. I'm going to be better than Derrick Henry. I am the bowling ball, the crusher in this game. David Montgomery, you are a fool, boy. You are the player of the game with 115 yards, 137 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You balled out. David Montgomery balled out. Gibbs had 22 yards for 67 yards. He had 22 carries for 67 yards. 151. I'm sorry. See, I was looking at my notes and stuff. 151 for Demo. I was looking at my notes and like, oh my God, did I miss something? 151 for Demo. Defense. Oh my God. Defense. We had some good things going. Defense balled out. Everybody was talking about our defense and what we can do. Oh my God, Davenport is out. Didn't I tell y'all? Y'all don't get me started on that Davenport stuff. Davenport will be back. He is not having a season engine injury that Dan Campbell said. So he will be back and he will help us. Probably come with a lean and then gonna just have more firepower. But Mohammed, I told y'all this boy was gonna ball. He got his chance and he came out with 2.5 sacks. So let's give it to Mohammed. Mohammed, I got to drink to you, bro. I got to drink to you. Toast to you, Mohammed. 2.5 sacks. I told you. Didn't I tell you what I say last week? Look up and put in the comments and see if he had more pressures and sacks than Aiden. And once again, another game, he got more pressures and sacks than Aiden. But look, everybody. Check this out. Guess who all had? We had a bunch of people who stepped in and got sacks. Oh my God. We got Jack Campbell had a sack. Barnes had a sack. I had to look at Nowowski had a sack. Hutchinson had a sack. And Alex had a half of a sack. Alex had a half of a sack. But Muhammad had 2.5 sacks and he had one. Like, this guy is coming on. So when Davenport come back, that's going to be a great rotational piece between those two as far as putting pressure and locking in that side. Okay. And all what else I was talking about? What I'm going to have to say last in closing would be this. Everybody had issues with the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. They were saying it's going to take 5 to 6 weeks for them to gel and get things going. I told you guys that this is Dan Campbell's offense. This is Dan Campbell's defense. This is Dan Campbell's team. So it would not take as much as it would take any other coordinator to come in and do the things because they're running a version of Dan Campbell's offense and they're putting their little stuff in there and they're running a version of Dan Campbell's defense and Calvin Shepard is sprinkling. But the creativity that you thought was gone from our offense, did you see it? Did you see the trick plays? Did you see the reverse and the little dump off to St. Brown, and St. Brown passed it back to Jameer for a touchdown? Did you see the reverse flea flicker down D for another first down, 22 yards? So you thought Ben Johnson was the creator of trick plays. So when he left, the trick plays was going to roll out the door, even though it's the players that execute those trick plays, not Ben Johnson. He just draws it up like other coaches just draw it up. He didn't invent it. That's what we were so hung on Ben Johnson after he invented the offense. No, that's Dan Campbell's offense. He was running and calling it before he made Ben Johnson the offensive coordinator. So I got to say kudos to especially Kevin Shepard. Boy, you is a fool. I appreciate what you did. You didn't stick to man-on-man on defense. When you blitz, you went to a zone coverage a lot of times on the blitz instead of just leaving Terrion out there one-on-one with anybody at this point. He needs to get it. I believe he will get it together, but at this point, he ain't got it together. So, but he's going to come along. You know I'm not going to put down any Lions, but Terrion is costing us points every game. I think he will get it together. I hope he'll get it together because I can't see them leaving him on the field if he's hurting them. If it's someone else that can come in and not cause those penalties, because there's other rookies out on the field. There's other second-year players out on the field. They're not getting pass interference on the rate that Terrion is getting. It's becoming a little ridiculous. So we can't afford that every game. One game's going to cost us. We can't afford for him to give up a pass interference and 60, 70 yards every game. We can't afford that. Anyway, y'all, this was a great game. Man, I appreciate it because everybody said we were supposed to lose this game. Everybody said we were supposed to lose this game. But it's going to be a good litmus test for us. You know, we're going to be a good test for us. No, we dominated that game. We dominated that game, running, passing. We did what we wanted to on offense. That offense is pure. It is pure. And the offensive line was the biggest question everybody had, right? Offensive line played great. They wasn't supposed to play great on the road in the Ravens because of what happened in Green Bay. Man, it was just miscommunication. I keep telling everybody, it wasn't them actually being out physical and somebody just powering them. And they were missing complete assignments the whole line. So that's why it looked like that. Now you see these two guards are going to be great because they was plowing some nice holes for Jameer and David. Anyway, this was an awesome game. The Lions 38, the Ravens 30. The Lions 38, the Ravens 30. And it actually really wasn't that close. They put that belt down on them really. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming back. I told you I was going to be consistent on doing these videos. And I wore this hot hat. You know how hot it is? You know it ain't good enough, but it's a lucky hat. So I had to sweat it out and wear this hat for this episode. Hey, Hey, check this out. Tell Herman Moore and Lomas Brown that they gotta put me on their platform because I'm just so entertaining. We can figure out something that I can do on your platform, but I'm just so. Come on, man. Look out for me. Alley Life, Lions Talk.
And the highest fan. And that put that there on Barry Herman Calvin, man. Go Lions! Tell them boys, get that noise. I want my brand and my name. Biting kneecap, that's what we at. That's my swag, that's my brain. Yeah, I'm back for all that. I got racks, I got bands. Talking gritty, walking it, cause I'm a bad man. Tell them boys, get that noise. I want my brand and my name. Biting kneecap, that's what we at. That's my swag, that's my brain. Yeah, I'm back for all that. I got racks, I got bands. Talking gritty, walking it, cause I'm a bad man.